But do you mind just first introduce yourself to the camera or whatever?
Yes. Yeah, so I'm Clare Jenkinson, and I've had my work here at Voyage for quite a while now and done a couple of open studios, so we feel like a little family. I'm a carpet designer by training, and that's what I still do for my living, but I paint as well and manage to do sort of half and half at the moment, and the one side helps the other, I think. So they go together quite sort of, each inspires and informs the other. So it's a nice combination.
Yeah, probably. Alright, I'll start with the first question. Did you always want to become an artist?
I think, yes, I did. I kind of, I think everybody gets a little bit distracted having a family and just living your life and doing the paying your mortgage thing. I think that all takes away from actually being an artist, and I think you probably have to be really quite selfish and focused and single-minded at some point to. But it's nice to. It's really nice to combine things in your life. For instance, I did my degree course in textiles, and the title of my degree was actually the design of carpets and floor coverings, which is quite specific. But to be honest, I had got a job after that and managed to earn a living and pay my mortgage doing that. So it's all what you have to do in life. But yes. I'm always trying to. When I grow up, I want to be an artist, and obviously you can't do both. So that's the joke, isn't it?
Exactly. That's
so,
great. And what does your art represent?
It represents. Well, a lot of it is quite representational. So I'm thinking about the natural world and my surroundings and where I am in it. So a lot of it represents beautiful, interesting things that I'm seeing, things that I'm interested in, and things that I sort of want to tell other people about, really. So maybe that's
great. Yeah. So could you tell me about this painting here? So what inspired you to paint that?
Well, that was one of the. So I love living here by the seaside. That was one of the few trips we've had, like a sort of hot holiday abroad, and it was really hot, and it was the heat of the being on the, you love being by the sea anywhere, even like when it's cold and windy, it's brilliant, but actually to experience that heat and sound and the shimmering sort of heat off into the distance, looking around that headland was quite it was different.
I just love the colours of it. It's just so bright and amazing.
Yeah, it was like it was a happy kind of like moment, and like, wow, this is what it's meant to be like. And, so it sort of came from that trip.
How about the next one here with the babe?
Yeah, so that one's quite different, and it's also it's a little bit melancholy, but I hope not too depressing. It's a still calm day, and this is up near Exeter on that bit of the canal when you can walk along into town there, and there's quite a few that boat's gradually it's from a series that I'm doing called Returning to Nature. So when you see sort of dinghies and boats, and there's a lot around this area that they're just sort of abandoned and they've finished. They're not out on the water anymore, and they've done that bit of their life, and they're gradually returning to nature. The wood starts to deteriorate, the paint peels, you get these lovely layers of where the boat's been in its life, who's been using it, looking after it, and it sort of tells a story, and it's just quite a sort of fascinating thing. And also that people paint's very nice to paint with a knife. You get these lovely textures and lots of colours coming through. So that one was just a sort of nice, quiet moment.
I was going to say, I feel like it's very calming when I see that. It gives them calm.
Yeah, she was called Marie Clare, the boat. She even has a name.
Wow. Lovely. And we got the third one on the side there as well.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot? Is a lot of your work like based on like sea animals or sea because you live is it because you live by in Devon, or?
Yes, it is. It's just when you live in a place like this, you just sort of fall out of bed, and there's inspiration down the there is so much inspiration just walking around the coast. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing day to day. But this one was a nice little canvas because it sort of combines two. I do a lot of observational work and botanical work, just drawing to understand things really. And to keep being able to draw, and then you can use that for everything else. But the sort of splashy abstract things, like part of another series on of wave paintings, where I've been trying to get the action of water, the feel of water, by putting canvases in and letting the waves come over them. Right. So you paint layers of acrylic, let the sea wash it, let that dry, do another layer, and you get this building up of lovely water patterns, which only the water can do. Like you couldn't, if you painted it with a brush, you would get something very very flat and very dead. But the water makes its own shapes.
Wow, yeah.
So that's like a little combination of the two, which is sort of nice to play about with things like that.
Yeah, so it's interesting. What is the best thing about being an artist?
Well, I think I definitely discovered that or rediscovered it this year with everything being locked down and everything cancelled. And actually, if you're being an artist, you've always got so much to fall back on. You've always got work to sort of keep you occupied, keep your head occupied, and keep you happy. It's something, you've still got a relationship with the world wherever you are, however small it is. Whatever you can and can't do, you can express yourself, and you can kind of, as I say, it's kind of expressing yourself to other people as well. So it's been invaluable. It's made me really appreciate it this summer. I think I did anyway. But,
yeah, absolutely.
But it just brings it home to you that it's a really precious thing to have, and not limited to one little group of people. I think it's in everybody. A lot of people watched Grace and Perry's art club, didn't they, and discovered it doesn't have to be a massive kind of pressured. Producing a brilliant piece of art. It's meant to be like fun.
Yeah. so do you think anyone could be an artist?
I definitely do. Yeah. Yes. I think you just got to find what you enjoy.
Because I feel I'm terrible at drawing and painting.
Well, this is a project.
Yeah, I thought I should work on probably. I might find something.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is going to be 2 silly questions. Mm-hmm. Do you have a favourite Disney character, and which one and why?
So my favourite Disney film is Beauty and the Beast, because it's kind of it's just my favourite story anyway. So for Disney to do it, and the Beast is brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I think it'll probably be that at the end, and it's always a slight disappointment when he turns into the soft prince at the end, and then she asks him to growl. Perfect. So that would be my
great. And if you had a superpower, what would it be?
I think whatever you chose, you would find it was like you didn't really want it after a bit. And the thing that jumps to my mind is that so the superpower would be hearing what people think. And I don't know if you've ever seen that. There's a really kind of like I don't know if it's a good film, but it's a funny film with Mel Gibson, What Women Want, and he can suddenly, something happens and he can suddenly hear what women are thinking, and it causes him a lot of problems, but it's hilarious. And actually,
it would be hilarious, but at the same time, some things you don't want to know, exactly. That's the thing,
Exactly, yeah. So
okay, great. Yeah, that's all my questions then. Thank you.